Hi folks, this is Dave Boutette and welcome to part 3 of the Songwriter's Process. This is a series of videos in which we talk about the creation of a particular song, all the way from the initial inspiration to the final performable product. In the past videos we've covered things like certainly inspiration, and then we got into song structure, chord structure, a little bit of lyrics, bridges, we got into dynamics and alliteration, and in this segment I think I want to talk about lyrics and some of the thoughts that went into the lyrics of this particular song. Like I said earlier in the videos, this song was initially going to be about coffee, and I thought that was a juicy enough topic to just get me going, and I could just write this song about coffee, and it became apparent very fast that it was not just going to be about coffee. It was going to be about a lot more than that, and one of the things that I was getting into with this particular song is getting into people's heads and making things so vague that they kind of had to put the pieces of the puzzle together in their heads to get a coherent picture. And since everybody's got a different kind of head on their shoulders, well then some folks might get different pictures than other folks. Other folks might just think it's about coffee, and that's totally cool too. I used a lot of vagaries. One of the rules that I made for myself initially in the writing of this song was that I wasn't going to use any words that were just exclusively about coffee. I was going to try to broaden things out to let people have a little bit more room of where they could go in processing this song in their head. Another thing I want to avoid is, there might be an apparent destination, or there might be an apparent second meaning to the song, and I didn't want to use any verbiage that was very particular to that as well. I wanted to just keep it nice and vague. I use the word "it" a lot in this song instead of saying anything else. I want to keep it nice and vague so that the listener can just go where they need to go. For instance, one of the lyrics I got is. Let's see. Some folks are particular and they like it just so. Others, they don't care at all, as long as they know that it won't mess with their head or taste like gasoline. Now, certainly you can listen to those lyrics, and in the context of coffee, that makes perfect sense. But if your brain is going other places than coffee, then it can make perfect sense in a lot of other ways too. This takes us to something that is very, very important to me in lyric writing. If you get nothing out of this video, I want you to get this. This is the big point, and that is I want the lyrics that I sing in these songs to do something to people, to cause some kind of reaction in their head. I want the words to go across the space, get in their ears, get in their brains, and cause some kind of activity. In this particular case, it's maybe trying to solve a mystery or put these pieces of this crazy puzzle together. In other instances, it might just be to soothe them. It might be to make them laugh. It might be a call to action. It might be a call to go vote or something. But I would really like my lyrics to cause some kind of action in the listener, to cause some kind of action reaction, because it's not just a thing where I'm putting out stuff and they just sit there and absorb it. I want there to be activity on both ends, and then sometimes they feed me and I feed them, and it becomes this fantastic experience. And it can happen certainly in a live performance, but also even just listening to recorded music, it can do it as well. So if you take nothing else away from this series, I would just really like you to think about your lyrics and think about what they're going to do to folks, how they're going to move them, how they're going to soothe them, or how they're going to make them laugh or something. Just have the lyrics do something to people, and you'll find that something starts happening to you as well. It becomes this very circular thing, and it's a wonderful thing to experience. So I'm thinking our next video is probably going to be me singing the song in its entirety, and then you get to see all this shenanigans all put together in one cohesive, hopefully cohesive package. In the meantime, My name's Dave Boutette, and I really appreciate you coming by the Songwriters Process, and we'll see you around. Thank you so much.